So many people speak about following their bliss, or they say, follow your bliss if you wish to know what to do with your life. Or they say, if you learn how to play, you'll never work a day in your life. But where the misunderstandings start to happen is that a lot of people think that if they follow their bliss, they'll automatically have everything else fall into place, such as have lots of money, or a certain type of car, a certain type of status. But see, if you're really following your bliss, you don't need many of those things. You may have needs such as, have a roof over your head and have food and have your health, the standard bare minimum requirement to live. But what a lot of people do is that they automatically start to say, I'm following my bliss, but I don't have my Mercedes-Benz, so there's something wrong with my bliss. They start to judge their bliss. They start to judge their play and say, it's not useful because it's not meeting my picture of success. And I'm here to say that following your bliss has nothing to do with that picture. The only way you can truly follow your bliss is that if you're willing to get rid of or to let go of your picture of what success looks like and experience bliss just for its own sake. See, everything that you have on your list of to-dos, all of your desires, all of the things that you think you're supposed to accomplish, have to do with you being miserable in some place inside yourself. They have to do with you having an incredible need for this or for that. So my advice to you is that if you have these incredible needs, you are not in bliss at all. You're not following your bliss. What you are following is your pain. So you have to let this set in a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to put these things into words. But when you are following your pain, this does not create a life of bliss. So for instance, a standard person goes to school to become something. Because then when they become something, then their life will be happy because they will have such and such amount of money or such and such amount of status, or perhaps this person will be proud of them. But the entire paradigm of that goal was built on them not being happy with where they were at the time. See, bliss does take care of you. But most people that say follow your bliss, or are saying I've followed my bliss and it didn't take care of me, they don't even know what bliss is. They don't even have a clue about what bliss is. They think bliss has to do with avoiding their pain. They think bliss is the easy way. They're looking on the outside for this thing called bliss. I'm following my bliss out there. I'm doing this thing out there. That's my bliss. That's where it is. It's over there. It's playing this game, or it's doing this action or this activity. But out there is not where bliss is. Do you see the problem? Out there is where everything is, but not bliss. Out there is your projection. And over there is your happiness, supposedly your play, your conditional happiness, I guess I would say. It's not even actually your play, truly. It's about what you think you should do because it helps you avoid that, and that, and that. And that's why you're going over there. That's not following your bliss. That's running away from your pain. See, so following your bliss isn't a flaky experience. It isn't this flaky thing that's unrealistic. The way people are doing it, in a lot of cases, is the flaky sort of thing. It is them running away from work, running away from anything that causes some sort of pain. Okay? But let's talk about what bliss is truly. Bliss is something that must emerge inside of you. And it only emerges when you are one with the pain that is inside you. So in this moment, if you have boredom, if you have anxiety, if you have fear, if you have depression, you have sadness, you have grief, you have self hatred, you have loneliness, any of these things. When you become one with those things inside, and there are many practices to do this, and that's what this channel's about. But when you become one with those things, then bliss emerges. And it starts to have a will of its own, and that is when you are capable of following bliss. But don't you dare tell me that you're following bliss when bliss isn't already in here. Because the truth is, if you're following what's in here, you won't be complaining about the outside not meeting some expectations of yours. Because you'll already be fulfilled, you'll already be happy. You'll already be happiness itself. Then that will move, and you will do very grounded things, and you won't be so afraid of the pain that you'll feel outside. You won't be afraid of having to do this or that in order to make ends meet, because the bliss is still in there with you, feeding you happiness every moment, even when you are in supposed miserable situations. Now, I'm not saying that you're supposed to put yourself in every miserable situation and say, oh, I should transcend this. No, I don't agree with that at all. But what I do encourage you to do is to be at one with as much pain inside you as you can. Any situation that points you to your pain, be at one with it to the best of your capability. And little bits of this bliss will start to become one with you. It'll start to guide you. It'll start to move. But it isn't an instantaneous thing. It happens over time. It's like building strength. You don't go to the gym in one day and become the strongest titan that ever walked the planet. This takes time. And it's just like this emotionally and energetically. It takes a little bit of time. So understand that everything you do, you are actually searching for nothing other than your bliss. And if you make the mistake of searching for it on the outside, you will forever be caught. You'll never be out of that paradigm. The bliss is inside you. It is nowhere else. And when it emerges, it will emerge as play, it will emerge as work sometimes, it will emerge as creativity, it will emerge as many things, and these things will take care of you. They will lead you to the next step in your life. And you'll be surprised at how much pain that used to be so painful for you, how much of life that used to be so painful for you is now all of a sudden not painful anymore, and you don't know why. All of a sudden, this thing that was so overwhelming for you before becomes nothing more than just a game. So this is how it works. So if you're on your road to doing something with your life and you're complaining about it, chances are you're not following your bliss. You're trying to prove something to yourself, or you're trying to do something for a reason, but it isn't because of play itself. It isn't because bliss has just led you one step at a time to go there. You are looking to the external to create your internal experience. You need to separate the two. You need to take a moment to separate the two, okay? So following your bliss means you must be already happy before you pursue something. The pursuit is not the cause of your happiness. The happiness is the cause of the pursuit. I hope this helps a little. I hope this helps you understand that if you're frustrated, that if this following the supposed bliss is not leading to bliss, it's because nothing will ever lead to bliss. Nothing on the outside of you will ever lead to bliss. You are caught. You have projections that you have overlaid over this experience or this situation. You have frustrations that you have overlaid over the situation. And you are blaming the situation, but it is your overlay, your projection that is creating the frustration, that is creating the sadness or whatever type of suffering you're experiencing from a situation. So many people put themselves in situations because they have an idea that they should do this with their life because that has to happen. Or they're trying to build an idea of their ego because they know everybody sees them a certain way. Or they have an idea that they will be lonely if they don't create this ego that is successful in some way. They'll be alone because nobody will like them or respect them. But see, these are all wrong paradigms for you to create a happy life. If you start your life like that, you create your life from that paradigm, you'll be forever maintaining it. And there will always be some new level with which you'll have to bring up your game to maintain this ideal of yourself. It's raining out here today, so I'm sorry if I'm speeding up my conversation because it's starting to come down more. Where's Thor when you need him? Yeah. Anyway, I hope this helps. Take care for now.